Hey guys, so today I'm going to do a full face first impressions. Mostly full face anyways, so let's get into it. Okay, the first product I'm going to be going in with is going to be the Touch in Sol No Pore Blem Primer. I'm just going to put this on half of my face and see if it blurs my pores any. Okay, so here it is on this side of my face. I feel like it did blur the pores, especially around here. I can really notice a difference compared to the other side. I like that so far. It's like a jelly consistency, but has like a silicone smoothing feel with it. So let's see how foundation applies on top of that. And for foundation today, I'm going to be going in with the Gellar Filter First Luminous foundation. I have mine in the shade Ivory. Okay, so here it is. It's very liquidy, as you can see. So let's just put this on the non-primer side first. Okay, and then I'm going to be using my Juno sponge on this other side. Okay, so this foundation says it's supposed to blur imperfections, have versatile coverage that builds from medium to full. I feel like I definitely got a good medium coverage just on the first layer. And then it says it's going to promote healthier looking skin, and it's vegan, gluten-free, and paraben-free. So they don't have the greatest shade range on this foundation, I'll definitely say that. So I would say it did blur a little bit. It's definitely more blurred on the side that I have the primer on, but it did blur, and I would say that the sponge gives less coverage obviously, but I feel like I like the finish more with the sponge, so I'm going to try to build it up in a few areas just to see if I can, and we'll see how it blends out on top of itself. Okay, so here it is built up a little bit. I feel like it did get to a good high medium coverage. I don't really need full coverage, so this is like as full as I need. So I feel like it's a very good coverage. I feel like you could build it up more if you needed to. And I feel like it is sitting really nicely on my skin. And it has like a nice glow to it, but it doesn't look oily at all. Okay, and next I have the Too Faced Born This Way Super Coverage Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer. I have mine in the shade Nude, so let's see if this is a good color or not. Very yellow, I can already see that. Okay, so here is the concealer. I feel like it does have a pretty good coverage to it, and it doesn't feel too thick going on. It looks kind of dewy, which I don't really mind. And all of Too Faced like foundations and concealers are all very yellow, this one included. I feel like they don't have any in their entire range that are more cool toned. It's just yellow and then more yellow and then orange. So I hate the tone of Too Faced products, but I feel like it blended in nicely. It's not too bad once it's blended out, but I like it so far. So before I set all of this, I'm going to go in with this palette This is the Natasha Denona Diamond and Blush and Highlighting Palette. So here is the package, so pretty. And then here are all of the creams and powders. So you have this right here to cover the creams and stay away from the powders so they don't mix and get all weird. Then you have a ginormous mirror. So I'm going to swatch all of these and decide which I want to use. And this is the lighter palette. I have the Darya one, I think it's called. So first we have the Glow Cream Base. So you're supposed to use this like before you go in with the highlighter. It's a very subtle glow. And then next we have the Cream Blush. It's like a nice corally pink. Then we have the Duo Glow, which is very interesting. It's like a purple to goldy shade. And then for the bottom, we have the Diamond Powder, which is so beautiful. It has like micro glitter, I would say. It's not like a straight sheen of a highlight, but it looks so beautiful. And then we have the Powder Blush, which is just of a more subtle coral shade. And then lastly we have the Glow Extreme. So first I think I'm going to use the cream highlighter just as a base like it says. Okay, so there's the cream highlighter just as a base down. Again, it's very subtle, so I feel like you could use this by itself and it'd give you a very subtle glow, but I think I'm going to go for the diamond powder and put that over top. Okay, so there is the diamond glow powder over top. It's very shiny, but again, it's like a micro glitter almost. And then I'm just gonna put the Glow Extreme on this other side just so we can see the difference. So there's the Glow Extreme. It's definitely more of a sheen rather than the glittery kind of diamond look. So it's definitely different. And then I'm just gonna use the powder blush out of here. Ooh. That's very pink. I think I'll try the Duo Glow on this side just to, again, see the difference. Ooh, that's pretty. Definitely more of a glow to this one as opposed to just the powder. It's more of a purpley tone overall, but ooh, I think that's pretty. Okay, so now I'm very blushed and highlighted. I think I really like this palette so far. I really like the Duo Glow blush, that's really pretty. And the Diamond Glow highlighter is very unique. It's like for a certain look, definitely. I feel like the Glow Extreme is definitely more something I would go for usually. And the powder blush is really pretty too. So I really like this so far. I'll definitely have to try out the other shades. So I don't have a new bronzer to try out, so I'm just gonna go in with my Marc Jacobs Tantastic bronzer. And then to go in and set my under eyes, I'm going to try out the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Microfinishing Loose Powder. So since this is one of those like white HD powders, I'm sure this is going to have some flashback. So definitely wouldn't use this excessively, or if you're going to be in flash photography. So I feel like that set my under eyes really nicely, but again, I would not use this in flash photography. I can already tell it's gonna have a white cast. It did tone down the yellow in that concealer though, so I guess that's kind of good. And then to set a little bit of the rest of my face, I'm going to try out the Laura Geller Translucent Glow Powder. So this is more of a glowy setting powder, so I definitely wouldn't use it under the eyes. Unless you want to look glowy under there, I don't know. Okay, so I just set like the center of my face with that, and I feel like it's very, very glowy. Like this could pass off as a subtle highlight. It's definitely not something I would recommend for your under eyes. That would be very, very intense. Okay, so I don't have an eyebrow product, so I'm going to hurry up and do those really quick. Okay, so now for eyes, I have both of the Pérsona Color Theory kits. I have the pink and the copper one. So I think what I'm going to do is do a look with each on each eye. Might as well. So let's get into the copper kit first. So what you get in the kit is the eye palette, obviously, and then you get an eyeliner. This one is in brown, and then you also get a blending brush. So here is the little blending brush. It's like a nice tapered blending brush, so we'll see how that works. And then for the pink kit, you get the same stuff, but it's just the pink eye palette, the same blending brush, and then the eyeliner in this one is plum. So here's the inside of the pink palette. You get a little mirror right here and then 5 colors. All of these in the pink palette are matte. And then in the copper kit, you get 5 shadows as well, but 2 of these are shimmers and then the other 3 are matte. So swatching the copper first. First we have Off-White, which is a shimmer, and then Light Brown, which is a matte, and Copper, which is a metallic. And then we have Brick, which is a matte, and Dark Brown, which is a matte as well. And then for the pink palette, we have Blush, which is like a very creamy pink shade. And then we have Taupe Pink, which is just as the name describes. Then we have Pink. And then we have Fuchsia, which doesn't swatch very well, honestly, and Burgundy. So there are the 2 different eye kits next to each other, the copper and the pink. I feel like they look really nice, so let's see if they apply as good. I really like the Pérsona Identity palette, so I'm excited to see how these 2 work. Hopefully they're the same formula.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You'll never have the sacred stone. Oh, this you crazy mother.
Okay, so I just popped on some mascara really quick, but here is the completed eye look for both palettes. I do like both of them, but I don't think they're as good as the Pérsona Identity palette. I feel like the two darker shades in both of the palettes, so the dark brown and the burgundy shades, are a little bit patchy, but you can still blend them out, you can still work with them. They're not bad, but I just don't think they're as good as the original Identity palette. I still like them, they're not bad. I think I did get a nice, good eye look with both of them. And I like the color selection in each of them. It's just a nice, simple palette. This would be really great for traveling. And the pink one matches my hair, so they're not bad. I like them, just not as good as Identity. Said that like 10,000 times, but yeah. Okay, so the last product I have to try today is the MAC Powder Kiss lipstick, and this is in the shade My Tweedy. So this is supposed to be like a powdery matte that's somehow not drying. So I'm interested to try this formula. Okay, so here it is on the lips. It does look mostly matte, and it doesn't feel very drying, so I don't know, I really like this so far. Yeah, it feels like almost like a lip balmy consistency, but it looks matte. So let's go back through all the products really quick and I will tell you what I think of all of them. Okay, so first we have the No Pore Blem Primer. I feel like this did blur out my pores. I can definitely see a difference from this side to this side in my pore area, and I feel like it looks really nice. Next we have the Laura Gellar Filter First Luminous Foundation. I feel like this is slightly looking cakey around my mouth and a little bit like in the corners of my nose. It's settling a little bit into the lines on my forehead, but it does look like it blurs a little bit on the skin, and it feels kind of dry, but it looks luminous. I don't know, it's like it has shimmer in it, but it's not like a hydrating foundation, so I don't know how I feel about this. Maybe using it with a different primer would be different, I don't know. It's kind of a meh so far. And next we have the Too Faced Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer. I feel like this blended out really nicely on my under eyes. Again, I really don't care for the yellow tone of everything Too Faced makes, but it's not creasing, and it did provide like a good coverage under there. It's not full coverage, but I don't feel like I really need that. I want to look like a human being, not a doll. So I do like this so far. We'll have to keep using it to see how I like it. more. And then I have the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Microfinishing Loose Powder. I feel like this is a powder you can only use very sparingly around your face. I would not use it in flash photography. It already like lightened up the concealer quite a bit because it's a stark white powder. So I don't know if I'll reach for this very much, but I mean, it set my under eyes, I don't know. And then the Laura Mercier Translucent Glow Powder. I don't know about this. I feel like I'd only use this in highlighting areas. Like, I can see it on my face like it's a highlighter. I feel like I just put highlighter everywhere on my face. And I wouldn't use this as like, it's not like the Hourglass finishing powders. It's more of like a highlighter. So again, if you're going to use this, I would definitely put it in more of the highlighting areas. Maybe even use it as a subtle highlighter. I don't know. Then we have the Natasha Denona Diamond and Blush Palette. I think the shades in this are really pretty. I really like this shade on the cheek. It does give like a nice glow all over your cheek. And it's a nice purpley pink shifting shade, so that's really unique and pretty. I feel like this shade is really pretty too. It's not like a matte, I would say. It's more of a satin blush. It has like a slight glow to it, but it's not nearly as glowy as the Duo Glow one. And I really like the diamond powder. I feel like that's a very unique shade. It does give a nice unique look. It's not like other highlighters. And then this one, the Glow Extreme, I feel like is more of a highlighter I would go to, and I think it looks really pretty on the skin. So I will have to keep trying this and let you know what I think about the rest of them. But I do like it so far. I feel like it does look really pretty. And then we have the two Pérsona eye palettes. I feel like they performed pretty evenly. I don't feel like either formula was better than the other one. But again, I don't feel like these are as good as the Identity palette, but they are really pretty colors. You can get really nice looks with them. And they do have the nice crease brushes that come with them. I feel like these are really nice. They have like a nice, very pointy tip to get into the crease really well. So I do like these crease brushes. And then the eyeliners that came with them I do like as well. I feel like the brown and the plum really just like glided onto my eyes, and they're very pigmented. You don't have to go over them, and they look like they're sticking around very well, so I like these so far. And then lastly, the MAC Powder Kiss lipstick. I do really like this lipstick. It feels like a lip balm, and it's definitely transfers. It's not like a matte dry down lipstick. I have tried the matte and retro matte MAC lipsticks, and this is definitely more hydrating than both of those, but it does look matte. So if you were going for a matte lipstick but you didn't want it to be super drying, I feel like this would be a really good way to go. So I do like this. And that's all of the products that I have today for my full face first impressions. So let me know if you've tried any of these products and how you like them, and I will see you in the next video.